Yo, what is happening, everybody? Crumbs is having some connection issues at the moment. If you guys are seeing this and hearing me nice and clear, just let me know right quick. Um, Brulio Toys, man, he was in here early tonight. 8-Bit Mike, what's up? Asinine, Bootleg Toyco, got a piece from you. We're going to take a look at FKD, Folklore, Brulio, Slipshod Average. What is going on? Loud and clear. Thank you very much. So I think Crumbs is going to try to come back in here momentarily. Eric, what's going on, Mike? Um, but yeah, Crumbs is having some connection issues right now. Looks like he's trying to get in. So hopefully he'll be able to chime in here shortly. But got a few things to look at tonight. I know that Crumbs had a bunch of tabby doos lined up. Toys and Tits, what's going on? Um, we were both kind of going back and forth, throwing tabs at each other just a little while ago. And so hopefully he can chime in here and we'll take a look at some of those. We got a couple pieces to look at. Doc Horror, what's going on, man? Rulio, what's up, man? Um, so hopefully he can chime in here and we'll take a look at those. And then we'll take a couple. I got some Healy made here. I got some bootleg Toyco here to take a look at. Oh, and then we'll just kind of do our thing. So we'll wait a couple more minutes here to see if Crumbs is going to chime in, and then we'll jump right in. Without Crumbs, I do not have access to any tabs tonight, so just a heads up there. If we don't get Crumbs to jump in here, it's gonna be a quick one. I'll tell you that. Kevin Coldcuts, what's up, man? This guy, yeah, dude, he came correct with the post about the line of figures that's coming up. Very cool, man. Never doubted you. Never doubted you, man. Just an interview question, my dude, about continuing on, but glad to see it, man. That looks good. And I think I'm almost positive Crumbs had a tab on that as well. So my collection, oh man, dude, it's going. It's going, man. It's every time that I think I need to slow down and stop or just kind of slow down for a while, man, it really is impossible to stop. Um, eh, as evident by some of the tabs I think we brought up tonight, man. I mean, it's just, it seems like, the one that comes to mind, I know that there's a green plastic tunnels drop tomorrow. And those figures, like, I think it looks like a 3.75, and the guy's got like a lobster claw for a hand. Ah, man, friendly trolling you. Yeah, I know, man. It's all good. Um, but it's going, man. Space is always the issue. So I don't know. Something's gonna give one of these days. Let's see. Uh, hmm. All right. Yes, Crumbs is still having trouble getting in here. I can see him in the waiting room. Fletcher, what's up, man? Um, yeah, that's weird. Crumbs is saying that he can see it on YouTube and everything, but um cannot jump in for some reason. So all right. Yeah, dude, if you can hear me, Crumsy, let me know if you can man, dude, I guess if I can't see your screen, I guess the tabs may not work either, but let me know. Um, yeah, space is hard. At some point I got to start moving stuff. I just recently started moving stuff kind of outside the toy room, some larger pieces. But it's hard, man. Um, and where does it end? That's something that I always think about is when does it stop? It's got to stop at some point. But I don't know. I was also thinking about selling some stuff, which I really don't want to do, but I really don't know what else to do. I'd rather somebody else have it and display it if I can't display it, as opposed to it sitting in a box and not getting looked at somehow. So, um, yeah, the internet is fun, isn't it? It is not fun, actually. I think Crumbs may be trying to get back in here in a minute, but anyways. Um, what's going on? Simply required coming up. Just a few weeks on that. You know what? Let me grab my calendar real quick. We can go over that because we've been scheduling a lot of people lately. Oh, Crumb's back in the waiting room, but just a blank screen again, my dude, if you can hear me. So nothing going on next week, but then we got Ocular Rhombus coming up at the end of the month. We're going to talk about assembly required and some other stuff that he's got going on. The Wednesday right before assembly required, Resin Blood and Jonathan Queen will be on. That will be a really good show. The 11th, when we come back from assembly required, Scum Pit Comics will be on the show, and hopefully talking about Scum Pit toys as well. That'll be a good one. Um, March is going to be a really busy show, or a really busy month. We have Sewer Showdown right in the middle of the month, March 18th. Also, Cash Brand Spring Showcase is on Monday the 23rd. So we're going to have Dimension X on talking about the Sewer Showdown on Wednesday the 18th. Then the other half of that show, we're going to be talking to Cash Brand about his spring showcase. LRH Bootlegs coming up April 1st. So yeah, lots of stuff on the schedule. We're just going to keep on going, scheduling as many people as we can. Just try to get booked out, man. It's always hard to try to schedule people last minute. That's always a bummer trying to come on last minute. So, anyways, am I heading to AR this year? Yes. Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I just booked that the other day, so that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. The new venue is going to be awesome, from what I heard. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Uh, I haven't been. I've missed the AR one. I was in Philly last year, but I've missed the AR one, or the oh, crumbs! I see a gray screen now um, with a little logo. That might you might be getting there. Gray screen again, dude. Didn't work. But yeah, this is the last couple years, and it's always a good show, man. So I haven't seen that new venue yet, but um, that'll be cool. We'll see what happens with crumbs here in the next couple minutes. It's trying, man. It's trying. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll go through a couple of these pieces that we have. A couple of these are a little bit older. I didn't really show these on the show. They've just been coming in. Healy Made seems like he took a little bit of a break there for a minute, not for very long though, because now I think the drops are coming out fast and furious. He just came out with another 3.75 SWWS resin figure recently. But what he had come out with before that, maybe a few weeks back, this is another SWWF vinyl 4-inch figure. And this is the Hulk Hogan. This came out right after Hulk died. So this one's actually called Mania. These are still in his shop, I believe. If you're trying to snag one of these, they have these. And then there's also a blank of just this kind of skin tone. But the Hulk Hogan colorway, 4-inch Hammerhead SWWF vinyl. Sick, man. These are great. All the ones that he's come out with has has really been cool. There's some really kind of odd blanks to this one too. There's like a brown one, like a chocolate brown. This white one, and then he's got just kind of the pink ones, which we'll look at right now. These two pink ones are new figures in the line. There's the Bosk and then the Boba Fett. So these were some of the originals in the resin line, but now they've come out in the vinyl line. So now there's six figures total in the vinyl line, but these are the two newest ones. Super sick, man. Same thing, 4-inch articulated vinyl. Sweet. Drop and hammer. Yes, absolutely. Why not? Crumbs is in the stream with audio only. Oh, you were almost there, dude. I saw you there for a quick second. Yeah, those are sweet. And these, I'm sure he'll probably keep going or just keep making different flavors of these. I don't know if he'll make more characters, but if he does, I'm sure it'll be similar to the resin where, same figure, but then comes out in a bunch of different styles. And that is always cool. Bam. Sick. Let's see. It's trying, man. It's like you're visible for just a quick second there, at least audio wise. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It looks like I did not add the comments to the stage, so it looks like Crumb did that. So it's weird. It's like he's like halfway here, half not. Kind of odd. Next thing we're gonna show though, man, these things right here. I know you guys saw these, right? The bootleg Toyco Rat Boy figures. Super sick. Man, I'll tell you what. I tried to grab one of those painted ones and I could not pay fast enough, man. Um, yeah, dude, it is. There you go. It's super dope. I agree, Fletch. Um, but I had one of the painted ones in my cart, and I don't know, dude. It just like those went so fast. I think there was three of those, but they're sick, man. These came with some stickers too. But the good thing about the blank is I can get that painted by somebody. So that'll be super cool. Good stickers, man. I haven't seen these ones yet. Those are sick. Um, but yeah, that's a badass one, dude. If you guys remember, there was a poll going to see what figure he was going to make next, and this one won, and I don't think it was even close in the standings. Um, but dude, just a great bagged figure, man. It's going to kill me to take it out of the packaging, but I really want to get some custom paint on this one, make it a one of one from somebody. Dope. Retrozone, what's up, man? Yeah, people tripping over another to clear out your drop. Yeah, I noticed JDO from Deadbird Toys. He had made a post earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, about selling out. Okay, Crumb's still working on it. But yeah, but just about selling out, and I agree, man. I mean, as an artist, I mean, it's that was something that was always cool. When we used to put stuff in the shop, and it was other people's stuff, but just to see it sell out and kind of be a little part of that was always cool. But yeah, JDO almost always sells out. Yeah, man, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Almost everything that he does sells out, and sells out pretty quick too. But this one right here, man, this is a badass. That's a badass figure right there. Um, Also, take a look at that store, man. I was not up on the merch that's in there too. There's some really cool sweatshirts and T-shirts in there of Rat Boy, and of Bootleg Toy Co. So take a look at those. But yeah, this one is going to get painted by somebody. I don't know who, um, but it's going to be sick. Great looking card too. Did some really good posts about processes and stuff like that. Bam. Let's see. Um, oh gosh, we have the giveaway for tonight too. Now, I'll tell you right now, I don't know how that's going to work. I've never done the giveaway on my end before. Um, and so I don't know if we can get that done tonight or not. We might have to we might have to put that off. But we'll take a look at that. That's what this is. This is the Zimico Troll Ape, the electroplated copper. Nice looking piece. Real nice. Bam. We got that. We got just a whole bunch of different stickers, man. We're up to, I don't know. We probably got 10 different stickers out there right now. So anyways, sticker pack, which I'm gonna have a bunch of those in Asheville with me too. So if you see me and you want some stickers, don't forget to ask. Bam. So yeah, that's what we're trying to give away tonight. If Crumbs can get in here, so we can get there's a built-in giveaway uh, thing here on StreamYard. I've just never done it on my end. He's always taking care of that, so we'll see what happens there. Mm. Yeah, the patina, man. Exactly. With the blue, I got some other pieces that we looked at last week, and the randomness of the patina too, I think, is also what's cool. I mean, it really makes, even if you were to do another one of these, it's not going to look. I mean, it might be the same figure, but the look of it's going to be a little bit different, um, which is cool. Yeah, I agree. Um, so, all right. We'll wait a few more minutes and see if Crumbs can jump in here. If not, yeah, True Master agreed. That was a good episode, man. I think anytime that he's on and we talk about no matter what it is, it's always super interesting. Um, whether it's the electroplating or the arcade or some of the other stuff that he has going on. Here's a couple other things that I'll show real quick. I snagged a couple pieces from Double Casket. I don't know if anybody fucked with Double Casket. Tell us a joke. I don't really have a joke, man. 2025 Grail. Wow. That I might be able to do. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to put a finger on some of the dates that some of this stuff came around. Um, you know what, man? This one right here, this guy right here. Now, this is one that I've showed before, but this is one that, man, I probably waited a few years to get just because I couldn't get one. But this one from Flaw Toys. You guys familiar with that dude? Flaw, Flaw. Um, I showed this one off maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago. But as far as Grail, I don't know if it's a Grail. It was a hard piece to get. This one was a pre-order, so this specific one wasn't hard to get. But the first time I started seeing these would sell out like instantly. They were really, really hard to get. So when I saw these on a pre-order, actually, you know what? It was one of those ones where, yeah, glossy to the max, for sure. The clarity on it's just fucking amazing, but the glow on this is really, really good too. Um, Let me grab some juice. Um, but it's one of those ones, man. Like sometimes you try over and over and over again to get something, and then maybe the artist goes away for a little bit, so they kind of fall off the radar. So I actually had to search this guy out and found that they were doing. You can kind of see the glow on that. Um, Found out that they were doing a pre-order on these. But the other thing that's really cool about this one is the packaging. Packaging on this one was really, really good. Here's another one that I got, and I can't remember. This is a good example of one I can't remember if I got last year. I think it was last year. But another one that sells out really, really quick. Um, yeah, I couldn't justify it as at the time. Yeah, yeah. And these ones, they actually, they come from overseas. I want to say they come. I want to say he's like in France, maybe. Um, but for something like this, I think all in all, after shipping and everything, you're gonna. I think it's around two. Um, you know, Worth it, but chunky. And what's crazy is you think there's so much weight here that you think it would just fall forward. But the balance is good. Really good balance on it. Here's another one though, and I don't want to say maybe somewhere down the line it may be a grail. I don't know if it's a grail right now. I know that's hard to get, but low tech. If you follow low tech at all, their stuff sells out really, really fast. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Crumb sent the giveaway tool in the chat. I'll have to try to. I don't know if I can click on that or not. But low tech, we actually talked about low tech last week because Crumbs was showing off a T-shirt, which they have great T-shirts too if you're into that. But this Death Shark, this was called like Blood in the Water or something like that. I can't remember the actual colorway of this one, but this one was dope. And low tech, that's another one. Like I said, homemade Safubi here in the States, and sells out super fast. Like the vinyl sells out fast. And I think he's I don't know if anybody's following him that has seen that. I think it's Golden Bat that he's coming out with. It's like the skeleton with the cape on, with the gold cape. He's working on those, and those are going to be super sick. Definitely going to try to snag one of those. But Death Shark, that was a cool one to get this year, or I'm sorry, last year. The packaging on those, stellar on the box. Death Shark, low tech, low tech. And it's thick, thick cardboard. What's really cool about this is the paint on there. It looks like that blood streak, but just really, really cool packaging on that. Bam. There's that. That one also came with the accessories. That one came with. It's two swimmers. So I never took those out, but you got two swimmers in there. I think they're two dead swimmers. Yeah. Sweet. Let's see. Uh, so anyways, what we were talking about before was Double Casket Toys. If anybody, Double Casket Toys, they do a lot of like Instagram live drops, stuff like that. And I want to say, God, who was in there? There's a couple people in there the other night, not too many people in there, but he had a whole table full of stuff, or a couple, or at least there's a few people coming in and out. But a couple things I got. One of them was, where'd it go? This nerd from Nerds Candies, right? That's cool. Just a little desk piece there. Double Casket Toys on that one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that's painted on there, and then just a pink resin cast nerd candy. For some reason, when in studio, I can do things like use the private chat, click the add comments to the stage button, but apparently can't share screen or join. So, dudes, working on it. Sorry, dudes, working on it. Okay, all good, man. Uh, and here's another little something that he threw in. That I believe is a gobstopper, which is also cool. There was a piece that I got that I talked about last week. It was the um, Bic Pen mascot guy. Yeah. Um, yes, yeah, it was weird. Crumbs did that. Put that comment on the screen. Um, hmm. But anyways, the Bic Pen mascot guy is another one that I snagged. But I came and it came and it was like in four pieces, so I got to try to fix that. Um, Here's another one that I snagged from him. That was the first one that I saw actually. That I snagged, which this is cool. I like that. But lots of this kind of stuff in his drop. Again, here's the nerd piece in there. Pretty cool. That's double casket toys. So I don't know what happens with all that stuff. I mean, obviously, all the stuff that was in there, he'll replace that big dude for you. Just hit him up. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm not even worried about it. I'm just going to try to I'm just gonna fix it myself because it's an easy one. I mean, they're nice, clean snaps, and it's you can tell, man. I mean, that was a. I'm surprised he even casted that and was able to cast it in one piece because it's like the neck is super super thin. It's basically a ball sitting on a head, so that connection point is really really small. I'm not surprised, but a little drop of glue on that will fix that, no problem at all. Um, but anyways, yeah, I don't know if you can hit him up and just ask him for stuff or if he posts pictures of the stuff that didn't sell, but there's two tables full of stuff. And a lot of stuff was getting claimed, but I would assume that there was some stuff that was left over for sure. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, hit him up. Um, let's see what else we got. Oh, so behind me, I'll go through these 5.5s real quick. Because I was looking at the 5.5 collection the other day. Um, nice monthly streams would open to anybody chatting him. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Bam. That is for Double Casket Toys, and I just saw they had posted they had done a collab with Snack Rabbit. If anybody is familiar with Snack Rabbit, they do those little. They almost look like packages of like sauce that you would get from like a fast food place, but they're kind of clear and they have something in the middle. Anyways, they did a collab, and or they're getting ready to do a collab or drop something. So check those out. Anyways, I was put some 5.5s behind me, just some guys that we just don't really talk about very much, man. How about this one? Anybody, Mr. Paco's bootlegs? Mr. Paco's bootlegs has been around for a long time. His stuff, I would say, is rare just because it doesn't come out very often. I did see him. I take that back. I went to see him at a Power Con down in Anaheim years ago, and it was weird. He rented a table there for the whole weekend, but he only showed up for like the last couple hours of the show on Sunday, and by that time I was gone, so I actually missed him. Um, but I snagged one of these. I think he did pre-orders for these at one point. Um, but really good quality stuff, man. If you go and you look on his page, just some super super cool stuff on there. He was in some shows a while ago, um, but just not around very much anymore. Um, Oh, there you go. Joseph Forrester. There you go. That's double casket right there. Bam. Oh yeah, Fletch. That's a good one, man. So he's got some really cool pieces. But anyways, that's Mr. Paco's bootlegs right there. If anybody's familiar with that dude. Um, Here's another one. This one's super, super sick, man. This is from Tone Twisted Tiger. This is one that he did for me a while back. This is goes back a few years now. But you know how he does with the tiger helmet, and then kind of the faker kind of colorway there. Super sick piece. Tone Twisted Tiger on that one. Bam. One of the doper 5.5 indie toys that I have for sure. Sick. Tone Twisted Tiger, man. Tone Twisted Tiger. I remember when I first started following that guy, he had only his posts were so few and far between, but his stuff looked like it was really elaborate. Um, and then for a couple years there, man, he was super active. He was in a bunch of shows. I met him in person at least once at Assembly Required in North Carolina. Um, Super good dude. Tone Twisted Tiger, man. Really good 5.5 work. Man, that's another one. Um, how about this one from Feigned? Feigned, not really known for 5.5 work, but this one is badass, man. Damn, and the articulation. Tone will be at AR this year. Sweet. I will see him there. But yeah, this is look at that magnetic ball joint articulation right there. Isn't that cool? It's some really good the connection point is super, super strong. But this is Fane, man. Fane base. Marty kicking ass as usual. I will definitely see him at Assembly Required as well. But yeah, like I said, not really known for the 5.5 work. But that's a good one. The Fisto fist on there, I didn't realize that. Sick. Yeah, Master of Shrinking Molds, straight up. He's got those werewolf pieces that just came out too. Those are really cool. Just the way like the lanky arms on the 3.75 figure, super, super cool. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I love this figure. Fane on that one. Boom. Crumbs, I can see you, broski, but it says your camera's off. I don't know if it's just doing that automatically or if it's switched off there, but that's weird. It says you're in the show or in the waiting room, but it says camera off. And the last one I put up here is one of the earlier ones that I got. This one is from Underworld. Underworld Custom Mans. That dude will do just anything for you. This one we did a mashup. This was really fun to work with him with. You got the Triclops head, you got the Fisto hand, you got the Clawful hand, you got the Beastman torso and legs there. But this is a really cool one. Magnetic articulated. His magnetic work is just beautiful, man. Look at that. Nice fatties. Yeah. Looks like candy. That's a dope one right there. Underworld Customs. He's from back in like Buffalo, New York area. But super cool stuff, man. It's another one of those dudes where it's like, you're going through his profile or you're going through his feed. And if you see something you like, normally he'll make it for you if you have a request. But this is a cool one. Yeah, Underworld's a good dude. I agree. Jolly Rancher color for sure. Bam. There we go. Here's another one that um here's another one that I snagged from Zymod. That one I did not show that one last week. Last week we showed some stuff that was in the copper, but that's a resin piece that came from Zimit Co. Take a look in his shop if you're interested in some of that. Oh, let's see what's going on here, man. Let's see. Oh, here's how about these? You guys seen these? That's a big dude too. So there's some small ones, right? These are the small ones. That's the caterpillar. Look at that though. Ain't that a beauty? Check that out. That is super sick. I love that one. Dope. That's a small one. But then the large one, God, look how much bigger these are. Sick. Um, but this is one that would probably go outside the toy room. People pick it up and just look at it and they're like, what the hell is that? How was that made? You know? Yeah, agree with that. The gold paint and then the glitter work too. Um, you know, so much glitter. Somebody else that uses a lot of glitter that looks really good when the light hits it is Strafe. If you guys got any 3.7 work from Strafe, if you put that up to the light, I guarantee you there's some stuff in there that you probably haven't noticed before if you haven't put it up to the light. But Strafe always has some really, really good glitter work in his stuff. Bam. Crumbs is trying. Says he's in the studio, but he's not really in the studio. He's kind of in the studio. Yeah, straight up, man. That's funny that you say that, Jimmy. Jimmy says some of us make toys. Zymot makes decor. Um, yeah, dude. Right, fine line between the two. And I think the only thing for me sometimes that really changes that is the size. Um, so that being said, I guess you could say, yeah, it is kind of interchangeable in a way. The only reason that I don't like small pieces out there is just because I don't want anything to happen to them. Or, there's obviously some stuff that you just don't want people handling on a day-to-day basis. But other larger pieces like that, where they're chunky, and I think that even if you drop that at least on the carpet, nothing's going to happen to that. And that is something that I always keep in mind too when I'm moving stuff outside this room, is if it's in a spot where it's going to break if somebody messes with it. But usually for me, man, I don't know. I think it comes down to the size of the pieces sometimes, for the decor at least. I think all the pieces that I have that are outside of the room um, they're all larger pieces for sure. Or they're prints or glassware or something like that. Um, but anyways, yeah, I agree. The wall hangers too. There's lots of wall hangers from Zymot that are, um, outside of the room, but um, yeah. And honestly, I think some of that stuff, when it's made or produced, I think it's kind of geared towards being decor, or at least kind of really hugging the line tightly between decor and an art piece. So, looks like Crumbs is still trying to get in. Let's see here. What else we got? Hobo Zone issue 4, that should be coming out soon. I thought that that was going to be my mailbox today. It was not, but that should be coming out. I don't know if people have started getting theirs yet, but that's a great magazine. If that hasn't sold out yet, go snag some of that. Um, I ended up with some Vitaflex rubber that didn't work for what I wanted, but it can be used to make molds for concrete. So I've been considering making garden toys. Interesting. I like that. I've seen those before. Um, Golly, man, who was making those? There was somebody that was doing some sort of concrete casting. Man, Jimmy, I don't know if you're gonna know that one. But yeah, there was somebody was doing something with concrete. I'd have to really, really think about that one, but um interesting. I like that. I think it's I mean, God, if you could put something that is made to even be outside, that would be really cool. Um, but yeah, Vitaflex rubber. Porpoise has been doing some concrete casting. Um, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Porpoise is a man. That dude is a master of many trades. I think he even did was doing metal work at one point. Pottery as well. He's a writer. He does a lot of stuff. That's, besides the resin that he does, that is one talented dude for sure. Plaster of Paris should work as well. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting idea for sure. That's one that I haven't really heard of. I want to say that I've seen that smooth on product I got to test for Keshi, but it takes 16 hours in the pressure pot. Wowzers, dude. I don't really know shit about casting or any of that, but I know for something to be in the pressure pot for 16 hours. Um, that's a long time. Interesting. Okay. Ophelia was doing concrete and you've done it too. Cool. Yeah, maybe it was on your site, man. I don't know, dude. Did you have anything on your website of concrete? Um, Also hydrocal works really well and is weatherproof. Oh, nice to a paint. Um, Golly, dude. You know what, Jazz? You might be right on that, man. I wouldn't be surprised, but stained glass, that's another one. That sounds familiar too. I like this comment right there, man. Ophelia was doing concrete. Ophelia, man, I'm looking forward to seeing that dude over at AR. Um, there's some pieces that I want him to paint for me. Um, but yeah, that's going to be a killer one, man. That Wonder Goblin's going to be there. That's going to be a really cool one. But just kind of connecting with everybody that I've met before, seeing everybody again. That's really going to be cool. Um, yeah, I can see that. We know how that goes with the shipping and whatnot. Oh, I did get the baffle rack today. Let me go grab that real quick. What's up? So bam, here's another Zymot piece. Oh wow. That's good if it's still going and it's 4 years old. Oh, how dare you? I don't know what star rupture is, but we're obviously way more important than star rupture. Just kidding. That's a baffle rack. Check that out. That just came in from Zymot today. Those are so sick, man. There's another baffle rack that I want to get too. The baffle rack Mary. So Zymon, if you heard me say that, man, you might as well start working on that, dude, because I'm gonna hit you up for one of those. Those are super sick. Um, that's that concrete product we were talking about. Yeah, this is super sick though, man. That's a baffle rack from Zymot. Yeah, the baffle rack Mary is a really just wicked looking piece too, man. Um, it just looks very kind of apocalyptic, which is going to go really good with this display that I'm working on. But that's a badass one right there. Yes, sir. I do want one of those. So when it's ready, please let me know. Bam. But yeah, the copper pieces, man, those are some that I get. You get one in your hand, and you're just like, man, you got to get more of that. It's just such a unique feel. It's metal. It's just got that kind of uniqueness to it, man. But they're really cool. They look really cool on display. Let's see what else we got going on. Well, yeah. Who is going to be at assembly required? That is here in the room. I was looking at the artist list the other day that Matt had sent me, and it looked like there was quite a few people on there that I was not familiar with, that I just started following within the last couple days. Um, Oh yeah. Oh, Brynwood. Oh shit. Okay. Yes, dude. So all right, all right. Nice. Brynwood. We were just talking about Brynwood maybe last week or the week before. And we were looking at kind of scrolled back a little bit, and we're just looking at the different variety of stuff that they have. So that'll be cool. Looking forward to that one. Head case, yes, that's another cool one. Um, very cool. Looking forward to meeting everybody there. Zymon, I have another really big batch of stuff going through Patina tonight. Not shocked about that. Um, oh, FKD. Scott, you're waiting for surgery, dude. That's the opposite of going to AR, my friend. That's a bummer, dude. Hope everything goes well there. But yeah. All right, we'll give this a couple more minutes, man. We've been going 48, almost an hour now. That's not going. That's pretty good. Folklore not going. Be sure by the Codge Cave tone table to check out a few of my folklore items. Very cool. Hey, how about that, man? How about that table? Kajiki, Cave Dweller, and Tone Twisted Tiger at the same table. That'll be cool. Good one. Yeah, hopefully, man. The last time I was there, that's the only thing I really remember. There was no snow or anything, but man, it was damn cold. And I would assume it would be the same this time. But yeah, looking forward to being there for sure. Oh, let's see. Well, next week, what do we got on the list for next week? Ocular Rhombus next week. So that'll be cool. Ocular Rhombus has been doing a lot of stuff. Speaking of Zymot, right? They did a collab just recently with 5 or 6 really cool pieces that were copper plated and then kit bashed and by Ocular Rhombus. So we'll talk to him. He's going to be at Assembly Required. He's an Assembly Required vet at this point. Always has some super good tables. You know, if you can imagine, yeah, you've seen like the consistency of Ocular Rhombus's drops and just how much volume there is there. the tables at Assembly Requires are just bonkers. I mean, 200 plus, you know, one-offs, kit bashed, painted, sculpted, whatever you want to say, but um his stuff has really been progressing too, especially, I think he did some stuff with Camelbot Commander. He did this stuff recently with Zymot, so that's probably going to be a super cool table. But yeah, we'll talk to him next week. Um, Before we get ready for Resin Blood and Jonathan Queen the following week. That'll be the week right before Assembly Required. And at Assembly Required, I don't know, we'll have to do a live at some point, a couple walkarounds for sure. That's a 3-day event, actually, I believe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure what's going on Friday, but I'm actually getting in Friday at a decent time this time. So in the past, I've got in on Friday really, really late at night, but not this year. So that'll be cool. Yeah. All right. I think that's gonna do it, man. I think Crumbs was trying to get in here. It's just not working tonight. So we will try to figure out what's going on that end, and then see everybody here next week for Ocular Rhombus. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll throw some posts up there and keep everybody updated with stuff that's happening around the scene, around the corner. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.